Here we are.
Are you gonna get warm? Do you want your sweater off, honey?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so we can double that here. So depending on the apron that you have, either you have a long line to tie it up. So with your how do you go, tablecloth? That
This towel?
Yeah.
Towel.
You can either put it in the pocket like your sister, you know,
like
so that
this.
you wash your hand over that instead of over the apron, or you put it in between this.
Oh, I like that.
You see?
Perfect.
This is chef.
So, Perrine, we're also trying to learn French. My dad's fluent, but the girls are trying to learn, so you can throw some French phrases in too.
It can be either in paper or in.
Okay, so touchon.
Torchon. Yeah, or horrible to pronounce.
I'm gonna
So
take
I've
this
got an
off.
apron for everybody.
Perfect.
She likes chocolate a lot.
Really? This is my favorite too. Good. So we're gonna make a chocolate fondant. Yeah, cool. So you can, we will all be able to reproduce it back home. My goal is really to give you everything I know so that you can do it on your own, or, supervised by your parents. So that
They do pretty well baking at home alone. So
cool.
my father does, but they need to learn.
Right? Okay. We say with with cooking, you can improvise. With pastry,
You cannot.
you come up.
Did you hear this, girls?
Yeah.
You can improvise with salty food because you can add a little more of this or a little less of that. It depends on your taste. It's fine. But with pastry, you need to be quite precise, right?
Well, with
So-
banana bread,
why
we
it's
just
ruined
throw everything in. Then we can butter.
Better. Second one is.
Butter.
Third one is.
Butter.
Great, you got it. So no, it's a joke, but it's quite true that you add butter.
Oopsies.
It's no big deal. Don't worry. We're not in a museum. We're here to work. So now that we have the chocolate,
Always tells me I tend to be a little messy. So Jim, before we go home, we have to see if we can find one of these.
So we do too. Because the girls are going to bake all of this stuff
Every
they
Sunday?
love to bake. They like to bake every weekend.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna stop that. Up. So we're gonna take a spatula. This is the dough out of the pot, so you can't really lick
I know.
the pot afterwards. But in this case, we're gonna be happy to be using them.
Good.
So
You're doing
I'm just
a great job, sweetheart.
yeah, well done.
Cacao butter.
You have the cacao and the cacao butter, and that depending on the percentage of cocoa you have in it. Did you have dark chocolate? Or you have 65% of chocolate.
You know that, right?
And the difference, 200. So the 35% is the butter, the cacao butter. So butter is grease. So if you add water in it, so this is done. And the little secret with the fondant is that we're gonna add just very little flour. Only 30 grams. Only, what is it? Here. Here. So you're gonna go on the side. And you're gonna add your egg.
Where did it go?
I'll see
Spilled
it.
egg on the. There we go.
Here. Okay. And you're gonna add your egg. And whisk. Okay. And you do it afterwards. So pour everything.
That's good.
Well, it's better than
I even got sick.
200.
Yeah, we don't want to overdo it.
Because that you can't take out.
No, it's gonna be complicated.
I'm only at 9. I mean at 10. I'm moving up like 2 grams at a time. 13. That's
You
good.
might go a little faster. Then. You want to slow down at the end.
16.
So the yeast, the flour that we use in France has no yeast. Okay, you always find recipe in French with flour. If you have to add yeast, we add it on top. It's never
Is
mixed.
yeast in our
What should I stop acting like.
So you have time. So Clara and
Abigail.
you can be generous
70.
to
So
get
you just
250.
had a baby?
Yes,
Your first?
1 month, my first, or maybe almond flour. I don't know how you call that.
Flour.
Okay, almond flour.
Yep.
So 40 grams. So after
Oh,
here, and we will
That's
put
12.
icing sugar in here.
Another one of those.
chocolate.
I can
It's
smell it.
good. It's better.
Smell good?
You're left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay.
That's too much.
Tu es droitière. It's called in French. Droitière is right-handed.
Droitière.
You
Like
learned
Dutch.
right and left.
But you didn't learn to
All right, so you hold it with your left hand, and so you can, put it like here, or keep it like this.
Yeah, there we go.
And you always want to stop once you see the white part. Never take the white part. Okay, so you make sure that all the three powders are mixed. So don't
Get
accidentally
it out of the bowl, though.
Face.
You okay, Abigail?
Yep.
If you have a question, you tell me. Don't hesitate. So how are you doing?
I went like this.
Yes, when it's moving again, it's.
Oh, it's not down.
We say put.
I'm mad at
a
it,
knife
so
in
I'm
it,
getting
so
it.
to check.
So that came out very nicely.
Well, a lot of it, there was the pan that helped too.
So fluffy.
So how do you feel? I was gonna propose. That's what we want to do.
Hold on. Clara, let's go. Abby, go ahead. Mary, how long do you want to do this?
Until it's so hard that it doesn't fall from the bowl. In the butter. I'm sorry, I'm just lost. The rest of these are ready, so they're not gonna stick.
Green, are we done with this?
Yes. I'm just gonna put that in the trash. And we don't have a garbage.
Oh, right. We just put ours all down the disposal in the United
we don't
States.
have one here. Well, here we used to have one that goes directly in the trash down there.
Right.
But we closed it because
It was a nightmare. Yeah.
So how are we doing? Okay.
It still has not all melted yet.
So it's a hard job.
I know.
To
You
make,
made me sorry you gave me this.
In this case, we're not going to do it this way, but usually I break an egg each and one, and then I make sure the egg is in there, and then I pour the second one until it's in the dough, and then the third one, and so on. If it's not properly in the dough, you don't want to add the rest. Right? Again. So the way you hold in your wooden spoon looks very nice, but it's easier if you really go frantic like this. Okay? And you see, I was telling you, we're gonna dry the dough. Okay? And to dry the dough, it's easy. You just put it back on the heat, and you see it doesn't stick on the side anymore. So this is how you can tell that the dough is dry. It's good. So the heat of the pot already worked and did the work.
Is this what you do?
Looks like the top ones are more cooked than the bottoms.
Can you smell that lemon? It smells good.
Coca zero. How do you say zero? Coke.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. Yeah.
Syrup water.
Yeah.
Syrup water.
All right.
I love this. It's cute.
Oh, that is cute.
This is really delicious.
Hi, Grandpa. Grandpa, come videotape us.
Can you just say too small?
Yep.
Too small.
Too small. I don't know if you're gonna have some dinner, but it is not my part. So, cup.
Kind of falls apart when you're trying to take it. It never works.
Just gonna go like this.
Okay, hold on. Can you wait for everyone to get served?
What is good with pastry is that you can choose once you've got your basic.